Hi everyone, we're here again doing another one of our programs for My Dog and Me, and boy do we have a treat for you today. We don't just have one dog, we have 4 dogs from the same type of breed and 2 people that have these 2 dogs, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves first. So to my left is
Bronwell Bond.
And introduce the
and I will introduce, this is my mother dog. I've had 8 litters, but this is Gabby. Her registered name is Constant Comment.
Okay.
Because she is Gabby.
Oh, gosh.
This is a rescued male who's 11. I'm part of the Dandie Rescue League. We have a website for dogs that are needing to be rehomed. Sailor was living in Louisiana and ran into some bad luck, so that is how our rescue league got him.
Okay, and we'll come back to him in a second. Oh, over here to my right is?
I'm Lisa Crego. I live out in the Townville area, and I am fortunate to have 2 Dandie Dinmont Terriers. This is Willoughby. He is 7 years old. I got him as a young adult, just about to turn 2. This is Molly.
This is the one you just gave me, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Molly Lou Mellon, as I like to call her. And I got her too as an adult right around 2 years old. And she will be 6 in December.
Okay, let's talk about the breed. Where in heaven's name are they from? And this tells about the Dandie Dinmont, right?
Dinmont, yes.
Dinmont.
Well, they come from the border country between Scotland and England, which is the Tweed River Valley. And they were originally with the gypsies, and all the landed gentry wanted one badly because they were very effective at taking care of badgers.
What is a badger?
A badger is a very big, very mean rodent character that steals chickens and other things that farmers need to protect.
Are they around here?
Well, Wisconsin is the badger state.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So Dandie Dinmonts have a very powerful jaw, and he especially has a magnificent head and displays how powerful that jaw could be at taking care of not only badgers but any things that live in the ground. Squirrels, you should see them now. They're trying to catch the squirrels all the time.
So they're actually from, you said near Scotland, is that what we said?
They are from Scotland because that is the border country between England and Scotland, and they were named for a character in a book by Sir Walter Scott, whom I think we all know because he wrote Ivanhoe. But Sir Walter Scott also was an attorney and had to function as the judge in that county. And he heard all the foibles of humanity sitting in his courtroom. And he began to write novels this thick. He was internationally famous before he even died. And Charles Dickens went to visit him because he admired his writing so much. And he wrote the same kind of novels himself. So anyway, there is the book where the dog is named from. The chapter begins, there was a farmer, Dandie Dinmont. Dandie is spelled with an I-E because it's just a nickname for the name Andrew. So there was this farmer, Dandie Dinmont, and he had old pepper and old mustard, their colors, and wee pepper and wee mustard, and they weren't scared of anything with hair on it, because they could go after badgers and go after river otters and anything else that was molesting the landed gentry's farms.
What do they do around here? I mean,
they go after groundhogs.
Squirrels?
I've had one dig a groundhog out from under my garage, shake it and break its neck and bring it to me.
That quick?
Yes.
I know dogs that do that. They're a little bit shorter. Are they fast?
Fat?
Yeah, fast.
Fast. As fast as yeah, they're pretty fast.
Are they?
I had one chase a, I won't go into that story.
No, that's okay. Well, let's tell us about these 2 over here.
I would say they were fast in short bursts.
Yeah.
They don't really require a lot of exercise because they're done in a short amount of time. If they run or play or whatever, it's just minutes and then they're done. So they do make a good house pet, apartment dog, and even though they were originally bred to hunt, they're great companion dogs. When people ask me, what do your dogs do? I say one thing, make me happy.
They're
I can
also
tell.
known as couch potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah,
are they really?
yes.
Yes, and this one, I mean, both my dogs like to be held. This one especially likes to be in someone's lap. Willie is very content at someone's feet.
It's Willie down here.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about how big do they get? Is this the typical size? How much do they weigh?
They're supposed to weigh between 18 and 24 pounds, but they're getting larger.
Willie is a little bit, he's pretty big. He's probably one of the bigger males. He weighs right around 29 to 30. In the winter, sometimes he weighs a little bit more. He just doesn't get as much activity. She's probably a little bit closer to standard. She weighs around 19. So there's about 11, 10-pound difference between the two of them.
What colors did they come? What's,
Pepper and mustard.
This is pepper, this is mustard.
Yeah, she's considered a mustard. She's not quite as, with that mustard varying and the pepper varying. I mean, they could be, when he is in a shorter coat, he's much darker.
We should explain about the coats.
Yes, tell me about that. Tell me everything that I should know. I think I think they're beautiful. I think I want one.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And I love Shih Tzus, but I'm suddenly leaning towards this. This
We
is
had a Shih Tzu
cute dog.
too. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Nice dogs. Yeah.
Well, tell me about their coat. What's it like? I mean, this one here is they're so soft.
It's a double coat, which originally is supposed to have a good wire coat.
Yeah.
It's a wire coat with an undercoat that's very, very soft and cottony. And the wire coat is where the color is. And for showing a dog, to show its strength of the proper coat, you have to hand pull out all of the wire coat to bring it so that the next growth of the wire coat, the first half inch will have really rich color. It'll either be an orangey or really strong golden color, or it'll be black or gray.
Well, now you don't do that with yours now, though. These are the show dogs.
She's a champion. I got her she had been a show dog. He is not. He's a pet variety. He came from a breeder in California. And he would, if he didn't have his jacket on, you'd see a little bit of color just like hers. He is a mustard. But their furnishings, their top knots, their ears, their leggings are all white. So the contrast is quite beautiful when the wire coat is in full color, which is what you will see when you watch the Westminster Dog Show or any other big dog show, the way they are prepared for the ring.
They're unbelievably cute.
They don't shed either.
Well, the face on this one cracks me up.
Yeah.
Now he has his tongue. Is that because he's older that his tongue's out?
No, he's just panting.
Oh, they pant with their tongue out?
He's
They
a
both do that?
rescued boy, and he
They're hot.
sometimes gets a little anxious.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think
he's
that's-
doing pretty good otherwise. Then.
Yes, he's doing very well.
I would say that mine do have some separation anxiety. So they do get kind of anxious if I've been gone for a long time. But as you can see, when I'm near them, they're quite happy.
What
But
about?
the welcome home is beyond belief, right?
Oh, is it?
They
Yes.
do. And they are terriers. I mean, they do bark. And mine bark when someone comes for a couple minutes, and then they're just like this.
Mm-hmm.
They do bark, of course, when they hear anything approaching or outside that lots of times we can't hear. But they're wonderful.
Do they have to be groomed?
Yes, like mine aren't groomed right now, but at least twice a year I would think they would need a good grooming.
How often do yours get groomed?
Well, I've been doing it more often lately because they are so low to the ground.
Yeah.
They pick up everything. Stick tights and
Yeah.
twigs and leaves right now.
Right.
So I have both of them clippered about every 2 months.
Yeah, mine will get a good grooming here very soon because when the snow comes, they bring in a lot of snow.
Oh, God.
Yes,
yes.
and the ices.
And it's balls on them, right?
Yes, it
Yes.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, they're really low to the ground. And because of that, they are somewhat of a tripping hazard. If you're not a person that has owned a short dog and aware of that in your house, I mean, I've tripped over them. They are a tripping hazard. So it's something to think about when you're looking at breeds of dogs that you want
Oh,
to
right.
own.
But that's the same thing with the Shih Tzus and the
Yeah,
Dachshunds and
yeah,
all that.
everything.
It's like
Yes.
a
They're low to the
hazard.
ground. And they like to be around you. So they're often at your feet.
What about their ears? Do you have to clean their ears a lot, or they have down ears as opposed to the dogs that have the up ears? Are their ears
It
ever
just
an issue?
depends on the dogs.
No?
I've had some dandies, I've had a lot of dandies over 30 years who had very small ear canals and a lot of hair, and yes, that needs to be cleaned out. Both of these have a very large ear canal, so there really hasn't been a problem at all with anything festering in there or extra hair. When they're groomed, they do pull the extra hair out.
Let's talk a little bit about you as a breeder. You've been breeding these for how long?
30 years.
Oh my Lord! And what made you start? I mean,
Well, what got us, I never heard of this breed, and that's part of the problem this breed is having because they're so unknown and their wonderful qualities are so unknown, which is so nice we can present this today.
sure.
We had a Pekingese Poodle Dachshund mix for 16 years who was incredible. He was a little boxy Benji type dog. And after he died, my daughter in LA called me and she said, "Mom, I just came from the vet with my cat, and there was a dog there and looked just like Kickapoo, and it acted like him, but it was a Dandie Dinmont Terrier. And it took me a week to get this name straight. It was like a Dandie Dimwit, a what?
Yeah,
You know?
you can mix it up real fast.
Yeah. So the next time we went to visit her, I had already contacted the woman in charge of the club's rescue program, the Dandie Dinmont Terrier Club's rescue.
And that still exists today? They have a rescue, lots of rescues?
Yes, they have. Well, we farmed our own.
Okay.
But I went to her house and we opened the door and we were all on the floor, just sitting on the floor with 4 dandies. 2 were hers and 2 were rescues. And she said, well, let's take them on a walk around the block. So my husband had one, my daughter had one, I had one, and Jacqueline had one, and we walked around the block and we came back and she said, that can be your dog. My husband has to fly to DC, he was in the Air Force, and he will bring him to, drive him up to Pennsylvania. So that's how we got him, her. She came out of a puppy mill in Missouri and was the most incredible, unstoppable. She went blind in both eyes from glaucoma. This is one problem in the breed, which now, through efforts of 3 gals in Europe who contacted me and said, we are going to we're going to fund research into the glaucoma, find the gene. So I have done umpteen million of these.
I see that.
I've sold so many things, note cards, gorgeous photos of dandies. It's the stitch art people here in town have done all these embellishments.
And you've been doing this for 30 years?
Started that about in the 90s. And the reason they contacted me was they knew my dog had gone blind from glaucoma. Right. And so I was doing a newsletter, which I did for 20 years, went out to everybody in Europe and here who was interested in taking it. And through that newsletter, we were able to get people, tell them about the problem of the University of Missouri was doing research to find the gene, and they needed more samples of people who had dogs who either had glaucoma or had a sibling that had glaucoma or a parent that had glaucoma. And so they accrued quite a bit of data. And eventually that data had to go to Helsinki, Finland, because they had the new machines that could scan thousands of DNA, and they found the gene.
Well, how many of these are in the United States? A lot?
Less than 1,000. And it's been that way all 30 years. I think what happened, and they're falling off in Europe too, during the Second War, all those kennels in the Great British Isles, and not just dandies, other dogs were, they finally had to euthanize them because they couldn't afford to feed them.
Right.
And there were 3 different lines of dandies back to the original ones, but now there's only 1 line left. And all of these dogs are related to that 1 line. It's just interesting. But the gene has been found, and now they're trying to find the mutation within it.
Well, now you said to me when we were downstairs, you were talking about there's been shelters where you find these dogs that have been put in shelters. Why would someone get one of those? What would they not like about them? I mean, the dog is darling, but I'd be disappointed if I got one. What disappoints a person?
She got hers from a breeder, so they were used to living with other dogs. He came from a shelter in Louisiana because he was sold to a couple in Louisiana, and through circumstances it didn't work out. She died, the woman died, and he remarried someone who wasn't going to like dogs. So the shelter in Louisiana took him, and they don't know, the shelters don't know them very well either.
No.
Sometimes they have to go to a vet and say, what is this? And they may not know too. It's very rare to even find a vet who's ever had their hands on a Dandie.
Right.
Unless
sure.
they're of the older generation. But what was I going to say?
Well, did she get both of these from you?
No.
Where did yours come from?
Mine came out of Ohio. There is a, in Chardon, there's a woman there, Sandy Wolfskill, and she has a friend, Donna, and they have a breeding kennel. And Willie was used actually as a stud for 2 of their litters, and with 2 different females. And in each litter, there was a pup that had an issue with the tail. One pup didn't have a tail, one pup had a droopy tail. So they decided they wouldn't continue to use him as a stud in their breeding program simply because they're trying to really make sure that Dandies are born healthy and meet the standard that they should meet. So I was fortunate enough to meet them and get Willie through them because he was going to be neutered and be a pet-only home. So that's how I acquired him. I acquired Molly through them. When our Shih Tzu passed away, contacted them and said, Willie's a little lonely. And they said, we have a female that's had some GI issues. We're not going to use her in our breeding program. Would you be interested in her as in a pet home?
Okay, I'm a Shih Tzu lover. I've had them. Why?
Yes.
Why would I want this instead of a Shih Tzu? Are they really very similar?
They are similar in some ways.
Do they have a better personality? The Shih Tzus, you're lucky if you get a good one because they can be little devils. Are
Well-
these dogs mean ever?
No, mine have never been mean.
Mean dogs?
No.
No.
He is anxious because of his past, but no, they are very. When I first got a Dandie, I was told they have a very stable psychological profile.
Yeah. They're really good with kids.
Yeah. If they grow up with them, they are.
Yeah, mine are really good. They're really, really good with children, even small children. I think
This one has a motor in her backside.
Yeah,
that tail has never stopped.
Yeah, she just, they both really,
where she likes to be.
yeah, she
right
likes
at her little
people.
mama's
They,
feet.
they
Look at
really
her.
like people. I think the reason I got one was because when I first saw them,
Where did you see them first?
I saw them at the Edinburgh University Highland Games.
Oh, okay.
There was a woman that had brought her Dandies from Columbus, and I couldn't stay away from them.
Oh, they're cute.
The male she brought was very much like Willie. He just sat there. He let every single person that approached him pet him. He was so calm and docile, and his eyes were just beautiful.
Their eyes are beautiful. All
And
four
I
of them
just-
have beautiful
Even
eyes.
this one, I had to the Scottish game over at the the Ohio State Fair. We had a dog, a booth for Scottish Dandies, and he, although he can be a little antsy, he sat there the entire 5 hours, and little kids could come over and pet him.
Yeah.
He just was fine.
Well, tell me about this black and white vest they have on.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Well,
was this
we-
important?
Yes,
What's it called? Tartan?
It is important, yes.
The Dandie community is so small. I mean, we practically know each other all over the world. And we decided we would have a big celebration in Scotland, in the Tweed Valley, in Selkirk, to celebrate I think it was the 300th anniversary of the breed. This is the only breed that this breed and 2 other breeds established a dog club, a breed club, 300 years ago. That it's the oldest known dog club on the planet. So a whole lot of us went to Scotland, and I think there were about 150 Dandies there, and we had Dandie playtime and Dandie races, and while we were there, the Duke of Buccleuch, who was kind of the patron of the breed because The only way the landed gentry ever got their hands on this breed that the gypsies had started was that the Duke's gamekeeper 300 years ago found one in a noose, a poacher's noose. Oh. And that's how they got the first Dandie. And the pictures of Sir Walter Scott in his estate house there, there is a painting of him with a dog sitting with him. It's a Dandie, but it's all brown and black. It's a totally different color. So it may have been, there have been 3 lines of them. So there can be variants like that in the old paintings.
So they wear this colored vest,
This
the black
is
and white.
The Duke of Buccleuch said, okay, they make tartans there. We went to the tartan making
Of course
place.
they do.
Or where they
Yeah.
weave it is incredible. But this even says on their jacket, Dandie Dinmont 200 is 200th anniversary. Made in Scotland, and the Duke of Buccleuch gave us permission to have our own tartan.
Are they all, I noticed the one that I was, what's this one's name again?
Molly.
Molly that I was holding, and who's this down here?
Willie.
Again, who are these two?
This is Gabby and Sailor.
I like Sailor's face.
Yes.
But they seem to be very sturdy.
They
That's what I like.
They are.
And I'll tell you why I say that. Whenever I first had my, I got my first Shih Tzu, I wanted to make sure I had one, and my Shih Tzus were sturdy. I did because I had the larger collies, and I wanted a dog that was sturdy enough to put up with being bumped by a collie or a bigger dog.
Yes.
They, I would think, could take a little bit of
They
pushed
like to,
around and
they like to play.
Yeah,
with
I'm sure.
Even
but they
other
just look
dogs.
sturdy. They look healthy.
They are sturdy. If you felt like their legs, you'd be surprised, especially Willie's, how thick they are and how muscular.
In fact,
They're really muscular.
they warned Dandie, they warned me and other people, they won't swim. They're too heavy to swim.
They sink.
It's the bones and the heavy weight. I do
Oh,
know
God.
someone who had a Dandie who put water wings on it and it would
Well, a
swim
lot
in
of
their
people do
pool.
that,
But,
yeah. We talked about healthy. You said with kids, they're good with kids.
Mine are really good with kids.
Good
yeah.
family dogs, too.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
Good with other dogs. What if I bring my collie in here?
Mine will be fine.
He might have a problem. Gabby would not. That's just because he's had his history.
Yeah, no,
There
I
are
just
two
wondered.
standard poodles across the street from me, and he's terrified of them.
Well, some dogs are, but,
he
you
would
know,
challenge
and
you.
I noticed this from the therapy dogs. Some dogs just don't get along with other dogs. I've got
Right.
some. My collie could be with anybody, and he could give a darn. He doesn't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just their personality.
Yeah.
Are they good for protection? If I come to your house, are they going to bark?
Yes, they're gonna bark.
Are they going to bark? If I come in, they're going to want to be. She wants to be on my lap.
Right. They're gonna want you to greet them. My
Yes,
dogs
they are, and they will leap. She will come to you and go, "Please pet me." Please
Oh,
pet
yeah,
me."
well, that's good too.
And then I just tell people that haven't met them before, just come in, say hello to them, and in 2 minutes they'll be laying at your feet, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. They will get upset if you don't greet them. Like they'll keep barking
Definitely. They will be
until
there to
someone
meet
says
you.
hello and pets them just a little bit, and then okay, we've met, now I'm good, and they'll be relaxed.
We talked about the ones that are there some around here besides?
I
Do
don't-
you know?
No,
I was
well,
shocked to
in
death
Ohio,
when I
at
read.
Chardon.
Yeah, I read-
Yeah,
just for the-
and in
And
Cleveland,
Diane
Diane
Hanowitz
has.
is in Cleveland.
So it seems like there's sort of areas throughout the United States where there's some clusters. Like Ohio, we know that we have some. I know there's at least one in Erie, and I think there's 1 or 2 in the Katanning area. So if you think about it, there's some clusters there. But then Tennessee,
Yeah.
I know there's
yeah.
some in Tennessee.
The
but
West Coast,
You
yeah.
think about all the states throughout the United States that there's not a Dandie. There's not a Dandie there.
That's right.
Well, let's tell them how I find you, because you're a volunteer for what organization?
I'm a volunteer for the Pregnancy Center of Meadville
Located?
on Pine Street.
And what do
Upper
they
Pine.
do?
They service women, men, children in need of care, raising children, basically, where focus is women who are expecting, but we are servicing far beyond pregnancy in the first 9 months that you carry that child. We
Okay,
want to
so-
help you throughout.
And we were at Roche Park for their event.
Yeah, we had a fun run in Roche Park, and it was our 3rd anniversary,
And we had therapy dogs there.
and we had therapy dogs
So I
there.
did my usual thing.
Yes.
Do you like dogs? Yes.
do,
Do you
yes.
have dogs? And she said yes. And I said, what kind? And she said, I have Dandie Dinmont.
Dinmont
And I
Terriers.
said, you what? And I looked at you like you had 5 heads. And I said, I've been looking for those dogs for a long time.
Yes.
Because I had once heard about you, and
Yeah.
we, for some reason, had never hooked up. And I've always wanted to meet one of these because I had heard so much about them. So that's how we got on the program today.
Yes.
Because I said, I need you. And then you said, wait, I know someone who has
Yeah.
bred them.
Yeah, and has way more knowledge of the history. Brunwell's had these dogs for so much longer
Right.
and understands their whole background.
So that's how I was able to get them to the program today, was to say, you know what, I want to have both of you come in and explain these dogs. I think they're unbelievable.
Yeah, they are.
They are, and they have a certain magic. Periodically, I hear from some that our rescue league has placed with pictures of him out on the back patio and the sun is going down, and she's going, I cannot tell you how much I love this dog. And I just tell her it's the Dandie magic. And this puppy that Gabby had a year and a half ago is with a gentleman over in Ohio. He has always had Rottweilers. He's on his 5th neutered Rottweiler. Her name is Pretzel. And he has another spayed female husky who's beautiful. And so he has the one puppy. He is absolutely over the moon about this dog because he is so friendly. He plays with both of those big dogs all over. He sleeps on his bed. He gives kisses. I even took, the first time I went to see the situation so I'd know how the puppy was going to fit in. I took a picture of this gentleman with his 2 big dogs and the little dandy boy, who's now named Rocco, sitting on his lap. And as they were sitting there, he gave him many kisses on his cheek that way.
How does someone get one of these? How
How
do we do this?
It's
I know,
very
so
hard.
we're spending this time, and
Yeah.
there's people that are going to say to me, I saw that program that you did last week on those dogs. How do I find out where to find one of those?
Okay.
Because that's what we want them to do. We want to
Right.
hopefully
Yeah.
get a
There
few
are-
more of these around here.
We do too, yes.
Yes.
So how are we gonna
Also,
do this? What do we-
I've often told people, I'll see them in the parking lot and they'll go, these are wonderful, where do we get? So I pass out the website of our rescue league because that is a good way to start. That's how I started. We started with a rescued Dandie from the AKC, the
Yes.
clubs.
And what's the name of that?
Dandie Rescue League, all one word, rescueleague.com.
D-A-N-D,
IE.
D-A-N-D-I-E, Dinmont, D-I-N-M-O-N-T.
It's just Dandie
Oh, just- oh,
Rescue.
okay, we don't have to put the other
Dandie
word in there.
Rescue. Yeah, we call them dandies. a lot.
Okay, and and where are they? You're associated with them. Are there a lot of those? I'll get this straight eventually. Dandy rescues around.
No, my group started with a gal who had been with the club's rescue person and then left the club. We have about 5 people on our board. We are a nonprofit. You can donate to us. We've gotten them out of the hands, gotten puppies
Yeah.
away from the puppy mill people in Missouri who were breeding them like crazy. And now we haven't seen a Dandie show up on their dog auctions at all for about 2 years. The other way is to go to the AKC website and look up breeders. And they're it's very hard. A breeder tries to keep a list, so if they breed a litter, they have people standing there gonna.
Sure.
But sometimes they've oversold them, or they only have 1 or 2, and so therefore you're gonna wait till the next litter. It's a long process. So if you have any ins with anybody who has Dandies, that's a good way to go.
My people will also want to know, give me an idea on what do they cost? Give me a ballpark.
Well, I'll tell you what I charge is $1,500.
Well, that's reasonable.
It is reasonable.
That's very
and I will
reasonable.
tell you
Yeah,
why.
that's-
Because
yeah.
the big time breeders, it's $3,000 and up. And the reason I refuse to go to that price is because I want this breed to be able to be affordable by a family,
Absolutely.
and the breed can live in their home with their children, and the whole neighborhood gets to know the breed. It's all for the sake of the breed because it's going to die out. There's so few of them. And I don't care about the money. For me, it's just
It's your habit and
it's a-
something you believe in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, give us that rescue again.
DandieRescueLeague.com.
.com. That would be a good beginning. to
And
find them.
actually, one of our children, our middle child, her and her husband got a Dandie through the rescue last July.
Oh, so you have another one in your family then?
Yes.
Oh,
we
all right.
Actually, yes. There was some puppies out of Missouri that were
Yeah.
part of a puppy mill situation that the rescue, they became available. And because I know Braun well, she said, we've got some Dandies that are available. Do you know anybody? And I said, oh, I think my daughter and her new husband, they just had gotten married a couple months prior to that, would like to have a dog. And so they did all the paperwork to foster. And they're both nurses, and when Meredith went to work for a 12-hour shift and her husband Michael had the dog, by the time she came home, he said, can we just keep her? I'm in love.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
So
lovely dogs.
They were able to then have her and rescue her. And she is a wonderful little dog, and she actually has Instagram page. If anybody has Instagram, I do not, but there are a lot of Dandies on Instagram.
Is
And
there
I-
really?
Yeah. I don't have her, just probably if you go on to Instagram and look up Dandie Dinmont
Does she live
Terriers.
around here?
She lives in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of the fur is so soft. Is it soft on all four of them?
Yeah.
This one's really
I
soft.
haven't-
Probably now
You
that-
are spoiled. This
well,
one's
they're
spoiled.
When I first
groomed.
got Gabby, and she had been a champion, she was a year old, her wire coat was definitely wiry.
Yeah.
There's a big change in the way it feels.
And how you
But if
groom.
you don't strip, then it softens up, and
Yeah, you're
it
good.
becomes like that.
Oh, you want.
How often do you have to have these guys, your two groomed? You do it yourself. How often
I-
do you cut them?
Like every 3 months.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so
I mean,
4
if you have
times a
if
year.
you have a poodle or if you have a Shih Tzu, you're looking at every 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Who's this one? This is the little
This
male.
is, yeah, Sailor Boy. He is exceptionally long. You know, the Dandie standard says Dandies are long and low. And for some reason, a few of the breeders took that to heart very strongly because he is far longer than any Dandie.
Well, do they have trouble with their back? They have
I've
back
never had a
issues?
back- well,
I would
I-
think
I've-
because we see that with dachshunds a lot.
Right.
Yes, and I will tell you, if you look at the profile of a Dandie, they have a little bit of a rise over the withers. That is a structural element that protects their back. I did have one Dandie who came out of the puppy mill in Missouri, or in Nebraska, had been sold to the people had bought him at a pet store. I took, and then they had to be rescued. So I took one look at this Dandie, and I thought her back looked like a plank.
Yeah.
And I thought, I think there's going to be
Willie's
a problem.
is too straight.
And sure enough, she slipped a disc, and we couldn't fix it. And it just broke my heart. We had to put her down. But that's because she, in that breeding, whatever they did not account for the top line has to have this line. And there's speculation that maybe the beginnings of the Dandie came out of the Bedlington Terrier.
Oh, okay. I have a friend of ours that has one of those.
They have that rise in their
Yes,
back.
yes.
And maybe dachshund. I mean, it could have been because they go to ground, you know.
Yeah, we have a Bedlington Terrier we had in our therapy dog group, and what an interesting dog that was, the one that looks like the lamb, and that had
Yes,
more
yes.
people in the world that always wanted to know about that dog.
Yeah.
But I'm falling in love with these guys. I think
Yeah.
they are really cute.
Oh, they are.
Look at this face.
I know.
You are spoiled rotten.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this one is.
And they're easy to
This one
spoil.
wants to be held
Gabby
24
would be
hours
the
a day.
same way, but she's clammed up today. I don't know whether she's overwhelmed or what.
Well, that's
Come
okay.
over here.
Can you get her in the
That's
front? Because I don't think anybody had a chance to see her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come here,
she's real
sweetie
cute.
pie. Stubborn. They can be very stubborn.
They can
Well,
be
that's
very
okay.
stubborn.
Come
And-
on, come on.
That'd be
and
like
they-
in my house with my stubborn.
And sometimes they just, yeah, go watch him.
Oh, no, oh, yeah. Now, see, we
She's
didn't get a
beautiful.
chance. She's very pretty.
Oh,
you are
yes.
so pretty.
You're
You are a
gorgeous.
pretty
Say,
girl.
I even
Oh.
brushed my beard this morning,
Oh,
too.
my heavens.
yeah.
Now, do you always keep the beard around that length, too?
Yes.
And wait,
We
on
were
the ear-
trimming it right off pretty short, and I said, Garnet, I really want a longer beard, so
But the
We
ears have the smoothness, and
Yeah,
then they've got the lump. A little
yeah.
bit. Is that what they're supposed to be?
Yeah, hers are really. Bronwell had hers groomed just a week or so ago.
Yeah.
So they look really great. These two
Face
look
her
a little more
towards the
moppy.
camera. I don't know if they got a chance to
Oh,
see how
yeah.
cute she is.
Okay.
I'm going to
Your
take off her
face.
jacket here, and you can
You're just so pretty.
see the pepper color.
When they see that looks an awful lot like the Schnauzer coloring.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
I've seen dandies who are jet black.
Yeah, really dark.
Oh,
It
really?
it can vary, and she has black. See, it shows up in other places on her.
Yeah, it shows up in her ears.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then on her feet look more like that mustardy color.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, it's sort of the cream-colored furnishings.
Okay, which one do I get to take home? My colleagues are looking for a dandy, I can tell.
You
Well,
can't
I
have
can't
either
breed
one of
anymore.
mine.
Unfortunately, she does not. She is not.
I'm very impressed by them. I think they're absolutely darling. I think if I was in the market for a small dog, I would certainly consider one of these.
Well,
I think they're
yeah,
it would
nice.
be a good
Because-
choice. I can tell you that for sure.
What else do we need to tell these people? Anything else? Protection family, we did that health issue. We talked about grooming. We've talked about where they came from in Scotland.
I will. There are a couple
tell
of
us.
health things.
Okay, go
they-
ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
They really are a very healthy breed.
Are you healthy?
I had one of the things you hope you won't run into is the autoimmune disease, Cushing's.
Yes,
And one of
yes,
my
yes.
dandy girls did develop Cushing's at age 14.
Well, at age 14, that's
14,
okay.
yeah.
That's all right.
And they
Not all right,
they
but
can
that's-
live to 17, 18, and in doing my newsletter, I had a number of people send me information. And I personally had 3 dandies when I went to the lumber yard to get some 2x4s, and they said, go around the back and open up your... So I opened up the back of my VW camper, and there were my 3 dandies. And the young man who was going to load the lumber in said, you have 3 dandies.
Oh,
I said,
cute.
you know what they are? And he
Yep.
said, well, yeah, because my aunt down near Pittsburgh had one, and she recently died. It was 23.
Oh,
And
my.
he said, I know it was 23 because my cousin's the same age.
So you have 3 of them, or just 2
I
now?
have 2 now.
2 now,
Yeah.
okay.
That was, at that time, I had my little champion bitch and 2 rescued.
Well, I'm hoping, and I'm going to put this online so I can actually agitate you 2 after this, but I'm hoping that I can at some point say to people, or eventually on the Therapy Dog website, we have a dandy, because I think they are absolutely lovely, lovely dogs. And I'm going to work on the 2 of you to get these 2 involved. I think people will go crazy with them.
They would. I
They
mean,
would. They
we
love
keep
them.
trying to get them out to people at Scottish games and things like that. And in the parking lot, when people stop me, I give them the whole spiel. I mean, I just lecture them so they know a lot about the breed. But and I give them my card, but I never have them follow up on it.
Well, we're going to really, hopefully that I can talk one of you or both of you into making them into therapy dogs, because that'll get us a lot of publicity too.
Oh yeah, this
I
one
think
would be
they're
a
wonderful.
perfect therapy girl. She's just
She's
being
very, very pretty.
very
She
quiet
is.
today. Yes.
How do they differ from a Schnauzer? Schnauzers sometimes are, to me, can be a little aggressive and mean.
I have never lived around or with or know anything about the Schnauzer.
Schnauzers. Have you ever had a Schnauzer?
No. When I was thinking about, we had our Shih Tzu and she was aging, and I was thinking about what kind of dog do I want next? Do I want another? I looked at some Schnauzers, some minis, and I don't know. I think they're probably wonderful. They're a non-shedder. They're a little taller than them, but they are really vocal. And I
Yes.
just was there. And they say that about the breed. They're really vocal. These are vocal enough.
I'm sure
home-
they are.
At home, you know.
You know, this mania, this fetish of poodle breeds mixed in with everything.
Yes.
Over the time I've been involved with dandies, periodically people talk about, well, they're going to die out. We need to put something in with them. And boy, I'm telling you, we fight it like crazy. It would not be a dandy if you had mixed something in with it.
You know, interesting you say that, because a lot of people had trouble with their golden retrievers. And Goldens had more cancer than any other breed
Yeah.
probably on the face of the earth. And what they did there was they bred them with the poodles,
Yes.
which was going to help out some of that cancer issues, because that's such a big thing.
Well, that
but
makes
also
sense.
with the shedding.
Yeah.
But I'm interested because I often have my collies, as everybody knows, and nobody has bred them with anybody either. They're just a breed, and they've not been combined with anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I always like that because I think that gives something of importance to a breed that has maintained itself that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. This is a 300-year-old breed, so it's been around a while.
Well, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming. I'm glad I found you.
Yes,
and then we found the
Phil.
dogs, and I found you, and I've been hunting you for a long time.
Well, I'm
And-
glad we had this opportunity because this
Oh,
is what we need
absolutely.
to do to try to promote the breed.
Well, I
we
will promote it
really-
as much as I can in any place that I go, and as we get somebody involved, we'll have you or you or you out there with everybody all the time.
We need more dandies.
Yes,
we
we
just
do.
really don't want them to die out.
Yeah.
Oh, if I was going to get a small dog again, this is what I would get this one. And well, I'll tell you what though, my number one dog that I've been around, although this is pushing my thoughts here, I've always loved the Cavalier King Charles.
Oh, yeah.
The
yes.
one from Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
They are probably the nicest dogs that we
Yeah.
have in our therapy dog group because they are so easy to deal with.
One
I
of my
these,
dandy friends has one now.
Yeah, and I think
Oh,
these
okay.
here would be
Oh.
pushing it as far as they're just lovely, lovely dogs. Well, thanks for coming,
Well,
Lisa.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ronnie, thank you very much. And
We'll
we'll
be
make
in
sure that we
touch.
get this out. Hopefully, it'll be out to the people and the public very soon. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks.